Estrogen. So the reason our estrogen was probably so high is due to gut infections that we find out later that are going on because she had SIBO and it was binding to the estrogen in her gut is my guess. And she also she started drinking again. A lot of perimenopause, like kind of PMSy symptoms. It's really important too. I would note that when you are working with someone, look at all three estrogens. Most most people will not run all three. Let me just say that. So you want to look at all three because if I went to my typical OBGYN, let's say, and I said, hey, I want to test my hormones, they typically will just do like estradiol and they won't look at the other two. So let's say my estrone is high and they saw that just my estradiol was low and they put me on a patch, I'm going to be putting estrogen on top of estrogen, basically. And that is not going to help with weight loss resistance and brain fog and all the things that she's looking to fix. This is more information that the Dutch test will give you. So this is just stuff you can use to help build out peptide bioregulator programs, hormone programs, B12, B6. You'll see, glutathione. You'll know if you need to give her that. A gut marker. So the indican right here basically tells you if it's like a leaky gut or not, but I'm doing a GI panel on her. So I don't really like take this into too much consideration. If it's below 50, I always say you've got a gut issue. If it's above 50, you have a gut issue. Most people do. We look at neurotransmitters on that one too. And then we look at melatonin. Melatonin kind of keeps homeostasis of the gut. So it's really important to look at that. It's not really based on sleeping. So again, we're building out the terrain. So also melatonin is primarily produced in the pineal gland, a small pea-sized endocrine gland. So the pineal gland, the circadian source. So this is the most well-known source. The pineal gland converts serotonin into melatonin in response to darkness. So like I said, look at how they're moving to the circadian rhythm of their day-to-day. Are they getting in the sunlight first thing in the morning? Are they going to bed when the sun goes down? These things can help with your melatonin. They can help with regulate your circadian rhythm, but you can also add in epitalin. You can also add in a pineal bioregulator. So these things will help you get your client or patient sleeping or get the melatonin production better in the gut, which will help overall with gut health. So thymogen, that's a good one. Thymosin alpha-1, adrenal bioregulator, a gut bioregulator, all these things. These are just notes you can make as you start to gather the data to build out the program. Let's see, here's her GI panel. So she had a parasite. She had candida, she had yeast. So this is a big clue into why she's not losing weight, a lot of weight loss resistance. This is a level 2 bacteria here is where I want it. This is the lab that I like to use. It's not a GI map. I know everybody loves that. It's a great GI map's great too. These are all things that we would have never been able to fix with peptides. So we would be chasing the tail. So we're kind of just like running it around in circles if we don't address gut health. So if you are, the one thing I take away, I would say is if you're going to do peptides and you don't want to do all the hormones and things like that, fine, but at least do a GI panel.